It's the Dreadnoughts and the Colts on Thursday night primetime.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and football has returned to America's finest. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he returns this to the 22. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise to throws. Maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here. And I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. You look at this Colt defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now they just max protect that offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up. We'll soon find out.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7.
22 needle. Set, cut.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Peters. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so was this one. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dreadnoughts will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll wind up losing 8 on this sack there, and it's 2nd down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check White. Set.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Come on, 38.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dreadnoughts lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Now it's Richardson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards that time for number 14.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 19 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Richardson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. A first catch for Judy, good for a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First and 10, it's Richardson. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a first and 10. He's got some room to operate. Touchdown, Colts. DK Metcalf, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
On play action, they'll throw. Throw left side complete. That's Peters. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Out of the gun now on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
10 cycles.
They'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dreadnoughts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. the kickoff unit and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
All eyes on Anthony Richardson as he brings the Colts offense back out there.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Richardson. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Richardson working from the gun. Open man, he completes it to Judy.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Let's go now.
On 3rd down, it's Richardson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Colts first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now Richardson. He's got room at the 30.
And shutting him off now open field. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now Richardson.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His first touchdown.
And the Colts have cut it back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. There he goes, left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Shot, 17. Hut.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Coleman has it here, right side. Touchdown! A great play there. A beast in the red zone with her 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dreadnoughts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Richardson looking to throw this. That completes it again to Metcalf.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here's Richardson to throw. He'll find Metcalf.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, a field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
He's going to take another shot here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Richardson now on second down. They'll find his man. That's Taylor again. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Richardson back to throw it. That is caught. He's into space past the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DK Metcalf. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Colts are back within a score. Richardson will throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Perez. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out in the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Cheetah.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And good vision there as it's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Hut.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Rolling to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for?
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. B.J. Ojulari getting in there and dropping it. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Eluding the pressure. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Here's Richardson. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On third down, here's Taylor. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's able to get it out of there. It's fielded at the 45. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, with 3 weeks left, they are in one of those 3 wild card spots, Charles, but that spot is not clinched, and there's not a ton of breathing room for them, so the bottom line, they just need to focus on winning right now.
Yeah, they totally have their eyes open, don't they? They know they've got teams trying to run them down. They can hear their footsteps. The question coaches ask guys in the locker room, do you have another gear left to pull away and lock in that playoff spot? If so, let's hit it.
Richardson. There's that man again. It's complete. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Richardson looking to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. He's into space past the 25.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. DK Metcalf, 60 yards.
And the Colts use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
32. Dreadnoughts, 28.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
127 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes...
And he's got daylight. That's a foot race. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Bulldozes, Benson's half an hour out. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 25 yards to pick up there, also a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better than Prager. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
He finds his man, complete. It's Peters. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Understanding he's just down 1 possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
A gain of 3 yards.
Ultra.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Dreadnoughts answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Get a look at DK Metcalf. This offense returns to the field. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
We'll throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Richardson.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Now it's Richardson. Well, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
From the 43, here's the 2nd down and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
52. Ready?
They go play action here on 1st down.
And that's going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Ready?
2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So Richardson and the Colts now
down by 7, a minute 44 to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score.
Richardson.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Run with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Here's Richardson.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are on the field.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Now Richardson. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Richardson to throw it. That's complete to Laporta.
Hey, you got your 1st down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
Final minute. 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw it. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's Richardson. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his own. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Here's to Laporta, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down.
Oh, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the home team here, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year.